What is a semantic content network? It is built using a network usually for creating a detailed and meaningful knowledge base. A topical map focuses on one specific thing, whereas a semantic content network focuses on a broad level topic overall. Therefore, one semantic content network can have many topical maps under it. And one website can also have many semantic content networks. Key features of a semantic content network include attributes and entries. They combine multiple attributes from an entity and related entries to provide deeper insights. Knowledge domain terms and triples use these elements to signal a document's main purpose and its neighborhood content pieces. How does a search engine use this? The search engine compares this knowledge base to the knowledge derived from the website content. That is, it creates a knowledge base from the website's content. It also maintains its own knowledge base, scraped from the entire internet, and then it compares the two. If your website content aligns, it will improve its knowledge base by learning from your site. Furthermore, it will recognize your website as a trustworthy source of knowledge-based structure. Why do these matter? The Semantic Content Network helps bridge the gap in understanding by structuring content in a way that is accurate, contextual, and comprehensive. By doing this, it not only enhances the search experience, but also boosts your website's credibility. Now, let us talk about the process. A semantic content network is not about finding relevant keywords, adding smart filters to your topic, and blindly publishing pages on those keywords. A semantic content network is built through philosophical knowledge. Understanding how a semantic content network works, its building process, and its implementation requires that you have a strong grasp of your niche, a deep understanding of the context domain, and awareness of how search engines fulfill user intent. The process is complex and requires following many steps. For example, first, finalize your central entry. Decide what things you want to create your semantic content network around. That entry will be the base for building the entire information architecture of the website. Your entire structure will be built around that main topic. Next, finalize all the relevant verbs and noun relations. This is crucial so that search engines can better understand how people search for information in your target knowledge, context, or domain. For example, these relations might include brewing coffee, grinding beans, cleaning the machine, analyzing acidity, enjoying coffee, roasting beans, and generating queries. Millions of queries or possible search intents and behaviors can be generated with the initial pairing of the verbs and nouns. For example, brew coffee. The intents could be brewing cold coffee, manually brewing coffee, understanding the chemistry behind brewing coffee, the impact of water temperature on brewing, the grain size for brewing, and the list goes on. Regarding covering topics, you cannot cover every topic that is related to a pair of verbs and nouns. The goal of a semantic content network is not just traffic, it is about conversation, turning visitors into customers. Even if all your topics are relevant, budget limitations also apply. The solution is to finalize the source context, sharpen and deepen the topics around that source context. If the source context is selling manual coffee brewing machines, only the topic of manual brewing should be expanded. This means you do not expand on coffee overall, but only on the specific domain. This is done by processing all the related search behaviors and user intents behind it. The next challenge is that even after sharpening the topics within your source context, you still cannot build a complete semantic topical map around them. Why? Because the search engine matches the document vocabulary with the query vocabulary. That means it matches the words used in the query with the words used on our website pages. The solution is query-focused semantic vocabulary configuration. The point is that all the words you use should match. In simple terms, align your document vocabulary with relevant queries. You can get this data from Search Console, Google suggested searches, and keyword research tools. Relevant queries are not just those you find in keyword research tools that have search volume attached. Queries are also those that reflect the philosophical implementation of the knowledge tied to the source context. Queries represent how people express their intent and behavior to search engines.